Yes, BJP's manifesto is really futuristic. I mean, it speaks about futuristic institutions. See, historically, if we looked at how governments functioned, I give a simple example, like when there is a problem in water supply. Historically, nations looked at the problem and said, let's fix the pipe. But they never looked at, let's fix the institution. So BJP is talking about not only fixing the institution, but also defining a vision for the institution and helping the institution define its vision along with the outcomes for the institution. So that is certainly futuristic. The second thing that BJP is talking about is less government and more governance. Like again, around the world, if you check, there's this very important thing where all the civil servants, all politicians get trained in one area called reinventing governments. And this less government and more governance figures in that whole gamut of reinventing governments. And BJP is talking about it, which I'm very happy to see that. Because when you talk about such a framework, it allows a lot of participation, like participatory governance is something that gets promoted. Not only that, we get a chance to see what we call as the lateral entry. For instance, the government might even co-opt members from academic institutions and experts in their own fields, become a part of the government and help the governance become better and better. Another important thing that I noticed is they are speaking about public-private people partnerships. So historically around the world, we always saw only PPPs, that is public-private partnerships. But the most critical element, the people get somehow left, the people piece is left out of the game. And if you look around the world, all the best places to work for, live, work and play, like a Hong Kong or Tokyo or a London or a New York, all of them have been built on this principle of triple helix. The government, the private sector and the people come together and create a city that is livable. So I'm very happy that BJP is looking at this futuristic vision of engaging people to be a part of the public-private partnership game. Another very important thing that I notice is, we can say the manifesto is futuristic, is about a lot of emphasis on technology. BJP is speaking about enhancing the broadband penetration. Today, India experiences something to the tune of 10% is the broadband penetration in India. But if that gets increased and even the villages are included in this broadband let's say, area that is covered, then obviously India's gross domestic product will increase, because today we find that there is a direct link between broadband penetration and gross domestic product. So BJP is trying to give broadband to the villages, therefore our gross domestic product will go up. Another important thing that it's doing is creating the city centers to be Wi-Fi enabled. Like, typically look at Paris. Paris people enjoy because you can, access your internet from anywhere. So it's called a world city. But at one time, Paris was a laggard. Basically it just was lagging behind in technology, and today it's really surging ahead. I'm happy that such a futuristic thing is being planned by BJP. Then I think last and the most important thing is about the vision to brand India as an investment destination, brand India as a bankable asset, look to India as an economic ally for the world is something that BJP is trying to do. So branding and brandishing the nation, as I said earlier, is perhaps the most futuristic thing that one would find in any manifesto, and I'm happy to see it in BJP's manifesto. Actually, if you see the BJP manifesto, it speaks a lot about growth. But perhaps what is the differentiator, you might ask?